guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aspasia and this is my channel, Asparagus Reading. I apologize for this not great lighting. It's dark outside right now, so I'm kind of just using my bedroom light. If I don't like how this video turns out to be, or if this is too dark, I might end up filming this again. I did film this earlier, but then I realized that I was stuttering a lot throughout the video and also giving out incorrect information, so I wanted to be sure that I do it right this time. So if you have not checked the thumbnail or read this title, I guess you wouldn't know what this video is about. This video is going to be my Shadowhunter read-along announcement video. It's about time. I think I've been talking about this, making polls, teasing it, asking about it for months, being like, oh, I think I'm gonna do it. Ooh, I think I should do it 2020. Ooh, maybe 2021. And I'm like, you know what? It's about time that we just do it. So I'm doing that today. If you don't know what the Shadowhunter well, let me slow down. If you don't know what Shadowhunters is, that is a Chronicles series written by Cassandra Clare. There's a lot of series within the whole thing. For example, there's More Instruments, Infernal Devices, Dark Artifices, I think Darkest Hours, or The Eldest Curses, and then Last Hour, something like that. And I believe there might be one more coming out. Then she has short stories and novellas that go along. They don't really follow a specific timeline or do the story, but they do go with certain things. The reason why I decided to do this read along, if you don't know what that is, a read along is when you read along other people. Similar to readathon, except it's not as strict or competitive. You kind of just read. The reason why I decided to do this read along is because I noticed that people have been trying to read the books and realize they're 10 books behind, or they've been trying to catch up and then they can't, or they don't know what order to read in. They just want to start. For example, me, I love Cassandra Clare. I've been reading her since middle school, but I'm not someone that is very consistent with series. For example, I'll read book 1 and 2, book 3 is not out yet, I'll read other things, I'll forget about it, come back, we're back to book 7, and I'm just like, what in the world? Which is how I feel about Cassandra Clare. I read a few of her books, left, came back, 10 more books out. Read a few of them, went on to something else, came back, there's more, and it's been a constant cycle, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be caught up. I want to know what's going on. I want to be able to unmute all these tweets on Twitter so that I'm not spoiling myself. I want to be in on the conversation. I want to understand the different fan art. I see fan art, I recognize some of the characters, but I don't understand what's going on. A lot of times fan art is spoiling things, so I have to scroll past it really fast. I want to be caught up. Also, I just miss being in the Shadowhunter world. So I decided I'm going to make this read along for 2020. As of right now, we're reading all of them in 2020. I believe the only one that is not on the list is Chain of Gold, which is the first of, I want to say, Eldest Curses. I could be wrong. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check the books that I have here. No, it is not Eldest Curses. It's the first of the Last Hour series. The first of Eldest Curses has already come out, but that came out this year, if not late last year. That is coming out next year, so I wanted to be caught up and be ready to pick that up because I believe my parents might have pre-ordered that for me, and I'm just like, oof. Also, her books have been getting thicker and thicker as time goes on, and I'm just like, the longer I wait, the longer I'll be here. So we're gonna be reading all of the books up into Chain of Gold. If you would like to read that, that is up to you. I don't think I have that written down on the schedule. I do not plan to read that just because I'm focusing on the backlist titles. I did give each book about 2 to 3 weeks for everyone to read. I put up a poll asking how long people would like, and that seemed a pretty popular desire, I guess. So I did give each about 2 to 3 weeks for people to read. There are 2 months throughout the year, April and September, that we're not reading at all. You can read. That is up to you. If you want to read ahead, if you want to catch up, if you want to reread one of the books, if you want to go back on something, that is completely up to you. I decided to have those 2 in there because personally I like to take a break. If I am in a series for very long, I kind of just get over it, okay, I want something else, So I decided to have a little bit of a break in there so I could like probably pick up a different genre. If I want to jump into a different readathon, I could do that. Again, completely up to you. Do whatever you want. We decided to do publication order. I did put up a poll for that as well. Most people wanted publication order over the other things. I think that one is a bit harder because it can be confusing for certain people, and some people don't like jumping in between different series. But I think that is the best way to understand everything that's going on, because I believe if you read in other orders, there might be references or spoilers in books because you did read somewhat out of order. I don't think there's really a correct order to read it, because I didn't follow the order. I didn't feel spoiled. But then when I did go back and read a previous book, I did see like, oh, okay, when they said this, now I understand why. It makes sense. I mean, I don't think this is a correct way to read it, but there's a reason why she wrote it the way she did. So again, we're doing publication order, which I believe starts off with City of Bones. I'm pretty sure that's the first one, unless we start off with, wait, publication order. Yeah, City of Bones is first. I'm thinking of something else. We do not have any challenges, requirements, giveaways, live shows, etc. This is supposed to be a bit more free, do whatever you want kind of thing. I was interested in doing those things, however, I know myself, and I know either A, procrastinate, or B, will not be responsible enough to handle that. I mean, I can handle it, but I just tend to forget or just never actually do it, especially since I'm currently in college and in the process of working a job, getting my license, possibly moving out if I save up enough money, and transferring schools. So I'm kind of like doing that. So it's gonna be a bit of a change, and I'm glad I have those like break time months, because I knowing myself, I'll probably need that time. So with that being said, what else did I want to mention? I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. I have like a note to see what I wanted to mention. There isn't a lot to mention because a lot of it is already written down or answered somewhere else. If you would like to know the specific dates for when books, or when we are reading each book, I will leave those down below. I'll probably pin it in a comment as well to the top. If you completely missed that or prefer to have all the information in one place, I have a Twitter thread that is pinned on the Twitter account for this read-along, which is at shreadalong2020. That will be linked down below. I also have a Google Doc, so I put all the information in if you want that, to like print out a copy, have a copy, just to have it again all in one place. That will be linked down below as well. I will also have my have my Bookstagram linked down below, my book Twitter, YouTube channel, my Goodreads. I believe there's something else I was going to add, but I'll have all those information linked down below. If there's anything else you need answered, you want to know about, you want to suggest, I suggest commenting on this video or messaging me on that Twitter account, because if you message me anywhere else, knowing myself, again, I don't respond like that. It takes me like a hot minute, sometimes 48 hours, because I've been like slacking on messages. It maybe take longer for me to respond to you, and also I might mix up the account with the thing. I prefer to have all the information on the Twitter account for this instead of somewhere else, so I don't have to like keep going back and forth. So if you could do that, it'd be great. If not, that is fine. Again, there have been a lot of polls and Q&As and things going on at the Twitter account, so there's a possibility your question might have already been answered, or if someone DM'd me, I'm probably going to repost the question somewhere just because I think it might be a good question. The reason why I decided to post this video in December is because I want to make sure everyone is aware of what's going on, and also to warn them about me probably talking about only these books next year. Also, I wanted to give you guys a heads up, like, hey, if you're going to participate, I highly suggest, get the books now, put your holds on them, etc. If you need to request it at your library, I say go ahead and do that now. I know my library does not have every single book. Some of them are ebooks, some are physical, and some are audio, so I kind of have to like go back and forth. I do own quite a stack, but it's not every single one, so I do have to go to them. I apologize that this video is going up a little bit later. I did plan to get this up within the first 5 to 10 days of December, but it's now what, 15, 16, almost halfway through the month, and I'm just like, I mean, it is still going up in December. I'm just a little, I feel bad because it might not be enough prior notice for people that is joining. But hopefully, if you did see my tweets before this, you'll be on. So, I believe that is all the information I have for you. Again, any questions or anything I might have missed out, go ahead and comment, DM, tweet at me, Instagram me, etc. I'll try to be as, what is the word I want to use? Quick? Not really quick, but I'll try to be as, you know, responsive as possible and as helpful as possible. I do believe Emma Books, if you don't know who that is, she's a very popular booktuber. She is obsessed, loves Cassandra Clare and all the books. She does have a lot of Shadowhunter related videos, so if you want me to link that playlist down below, I will. It is linked in the Goodreads, and I do believe it's in a tweet on that pinned thread. She did do a read along, I think in 2017, 2018, that I tried to participate in, but I never kept up with it. She also gives videos about how to read them, tips, things to remember, like all kinds of stuff. So if you need more information, I highly suggest go reading her videos or just going to the Shadowhunter page itself, because there are some facts on there, which is FAQ, frequently asked questions, or information that is needed there. Or going to Cassandra Clare, because she does tend to answer questions, I believe, on her Tumblr and Curious Cat. I could be wrong about Curious Cat. I know she does do Tumblr. Yeah. So, again, if you did not forget excuse me. Just to recap, I am doing a Shadowhunter read-along in 2020. We'll be reading as many of the books by Cassandra Clare as possible. I do not believe Chain of Gold or any, like, later on books is on this list. That could be on your own time. Please. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. Hope you joined on the read-along. I hope you joined the discussions. I hope you watch. If you have any suggestions of what we should do along this read-along, like quizzes, live shows, games, giveaways, etc., please send those my way. If you think we should do this in a different order, let me know. If you think there's another read-along I should do. I do tend to do a lot of series. I've been trying to catch up on these popular series, or a lot of things that I have not read yet because I'm so behind. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following, subscribing, supporting, and etc. And I'll see you guys in the next video.